Okay. Here in the land of music snobbery, most of us are not fans of modern pop music. We find it annoying, overly simple, overplayed. Some of us love older pop songs, and one of the reasons we cite for loving older pop is we think those songs have stood the test of time. It's so easy to point to the latest, greatest thing on the radio and be like,
isn't that neat? Everyone likes it. It's a cultural phenomenon.
So were Pogs and Frosted Tips. Let's not even talk about Jinkos. There are a lot of old pop songs that were just taking advantage of musical fads, and because of that, didn't really stand the test of time. They were a lot more concerned with getting #1 in the short term. Art be damned, I suppose. So when I asked a number of different friends which pop songs since 2010 they think would stand the test of time, it was an extremely difficult question to answer. Keep in mind, part of that difficulty has to do with, well, predicting the future, which we can't really do super well. But with some help, I was able to nail down 10 pop songs written from 2010 after that I believe can stand the test of time. Now, I'm sure I've missed some, so if you can think of any, please let me know in the comments down below. These are the modern pop songs that I think will stand the test of time. Let's get into it. In case you missed it, my band Crusade just released our new single, Betrayal. Easily the best stuff we've made to date. You'll find links in the description to our lyric video and to streaming platforms where you can listen to it. Let's do it. I've already made a video exploring this song, explaining why I think it is good pop music. Happy very clearly tells you exactly what it's about and embodies the mood very well. Drawing hard from soul and classic Motown sound with little sprinkles of gospel in there, this song will absolutely make you move. Hands down, the most important part of the song, and for some people, the most annoying part of the song, are the background vocals. They are the primary hook and the absolute simplest on a lyrical level. They're also our guide in and out of major and minor modes, while the lead vocal is just taking a simple pentatonic phrasing. Simple, smooth, bouncy, fun. Just good vibes. Sam Smith is one of the greater vocalists of our generation. He has a beautiful bell tone to his voice and excellent control at multiple dynamics. This song beautifully showcases his vocal expression. It's not the most challenging pitch range, but it is very difficult to match his emoting. Compositionally, it's quite simple, mostly repeating a 6-4-1 chord progression. The arrangement is very stripped down with mostly single chord hits, minimal percussion, and luscious background vocals in the chorus. This allows for the timbres to have maximum emotional leverage, while at the same time magnifying the intricacies of the vocal performance. The clincher for this song sticking around, in my opinion, is that extremely memorable hook in the chorus that will forever be stuck in my head. It's not using cheap, short phrase, hyper-repetitive hooks to brainwash you. There's a natural elegance to it, and thus invites you to sing along with it. Just a simple soul song with a simple message. I will confess, I really don't care for this song. I believe I mentioned that in my snob perspective on Billie Eilish. But as far as writing goes, the song is very catchy. Every section of the song has a different hook. While I'm not a fan of trap, I do appreciate Billie Eilish trying to fuse trap with all of her other musical influences and kind of carve out her own unique space in the pop world. Whether you like it or not, Billie's whispery singing style does leap out at you. I think the secret that no one talks about is they captured the ugly part of the breathy sibilance that comes off of the voice, and most people try to avoid that. They exaggerated it. Engineers normally take great pains to minimize that stuff, and they made it her style. I think that's actually pretty cool. This song has very high appeal both for casual listening and in dance halls, so I think that means it's probably gonna stick around for a while. And while I will never fully remember exactly where I heard this synth hook in the chorus first, it will be forever memorable. Gosh, I wish it wasn't. Again, this is a song that's a little irritating to me, but I wouldn't say it's trash. It just becomes a very unwelcome earworm very quickly. This song blends R&B with an anthemic rock writing style and sprinkles in a little bit of hip hop here and there. The verses are fine. They have a poppy fun factor that's pleasant enough to listen to. The sauce comes in the chorus. It leverages the soul, kind of quasi-spiritual vocal part with these thick background vocals that turns it into a ladies' anthem. Whatever girls are listening when this song comes on, they will sing along with it. Very loudly and very happily. Well, that's awfully sexist of you, Mike. I have consistently witnessed this firsthand. Shut up. I really don't have much more to say about this one. I think its anthemic nature and girl power message will transcend the generations. This is probably the best pop song written in the last 20 years. It's mathematically perfect. Now, normally, that would make it sink way down into the uncanny valley. But the tightness on every performance of each instrument, the detail on the bass, the vocal delivery, just everything knocked it out of the park. I know a lot of people who hate this song, and I believe they hate it for the same reason that I love it. It's too perfect. You can levy criticism that Mark Ronson just rips off old Motown and funk artists, and you wouldn't be wrong. But I feel like this song masters what all of those artists were striving for. Every phrase of every instrument is a hook. Whether they are working one after the other in a cascade or whether they are supplementing one another. The song is already a dance hall classic and a fun casual listen as well. Even as a music nerd, there is so much to dissect here as to why it works, how it works, that I find the richness of it as a freaking prog guy. This song is similar to Happy, where it's about something incredibly simple and encapsulates that idea musically very well. It's about the feeling of when you lose yourself to dance. The song just takes you and your body starts shaking, moving, nodding, bouncing, whatever. If I have enough drinks, I actually understand this feeling. Yes, I know the movie that this comes from is complete cancer, like the worst of worst movies. And I also know this song can get on a lot of people's nerves. I think I attribute that mostly to the claps and the movement of the bass. The bass and the claps do remind me of a bunch of other dance songs that have come before it, and it makes it feel like it's kind of a regurgitation. But I'd argue this song does find its own identity and is merely lifting the mood of EDM while fusing it with soul. The "Can't Stop the Feeling" hook in the chorus is very love or hate for people too. I used to hate it, now I've grown to love it over the years, and really, it's kinda slick how unsuspecting that hook is. That it's not grasping for your attention, yet somehow demands it. It'll get stuck in your head. Sultry, sad, soulful, blues soul ballad that cemented Adele as a pop icon. It's kind of hard to believe this song came out over 10 years ago. Another example of packing themes and hooks into every section of the song. The verse starts out with the initial theme, our first statement. That statement is developed somewhat in the pre-chorus. Then the chorus unleashes the full angst of this song with this soaring vocal phrasing that really allows Adele's prowess to come forward. It fuses blues, soul, and rock in a very familiar way, but smartly allows Adele's vocal performance to be the star of the show. This song begs you to sing along with it. I know everyone will hate me for this. Yes, the lyrics are absolutely terrible. Yes, it's just the pop 4 chords. Yes, it is overly played and overly annoying. Yes, it uses the cancerous reggaeton beat. I still enjoy listening to it because I am a horrible person. And real talk, the melodies in this song are extremely well written. Not to mention an excellent vocal performance by Luis Fonsi. The acoustic guitar parts are actually quite tasty as well. All this supplemental instrumentation actually adds fun rhythmic elements that adds a nice bounce to the song. I still love the chorus, extremely well paced with a great payoff, and it's a 2-part chorus. There's 2 choruses in one. Prog doesn't even do that, let alone when are you ever gonna find something like that in pop music? This will be in dance halls and DJ samplings for generations to come, whether we like it or not. Let me start by saying I have an immense dislike for this song. The legendarily lazy vocal delivery that makes the auto-tune plugin have a seizure every time it triggers makes me want to demolish drywall like a hulked out Kyle. Like, arguably the worst vocal delivery on any #1 track since 2010. It is abysmal. The Billie Ray Cyrus collaboration was an improvement, but that's not saying a whole lot. But people seem to really like this song for whatever reason. I think it has a lot to do with the lyric, "You can't tell me nothing." People like the individualistic power illusion that pop artists give them with hollow lyrics like this. They're saying extremely little, leaving it open to every individual's interpretation. And they're not challenging the listener to take any amount of responsibility. It's always, I'm in the right, and everyone else can go F themselves. When it comes to the message of not having to take accountability, the masses gobble this shit up like Kraft macaroni and cheese.
Never grow up, never grow up. Not me.
Besides dumbass lyrics like that, the chorus melody is actually extremely memorable. It transcends several genres due to its heavy blues influence. Luckily, blues has permeated most genres of today. The melody will get stuck in your head the same way as if you were listening to like a smoky-voiced Memphis blues player. It sounds like something that a Memphis blues player would write. And I think that's sadly what helps this song transcend. And I wish this song and the word transcendence do not belong together. Yet here we are. At first, I didn't understand the mass appeal of this song. The verses and pre-chorus are pretty standard pop fare. As a matter of fact, I'd call them unremarkable. But that chorus does hit you with this explosive vocal performance. It sounds like she's at the edge of her range, though I doubt that's actually the case. It is impressive hearing the desperation that that vocal performance conveys, both with that vocal breakup as she's hitting the top of her chest voice, and with the vocal fry that she adds on top of it. And compared to the melodies of most other pop songs, it's actually quite elegant. This chorus feels like it's taking chances and is on the edge. The tasteful placement of her falsetto is the last piece that ties this whole chorus together. Everything else in this song isn't great. It's not terrible, it's just not great. That chorus alone sells the entire package. And yeah, I think that chorus can stand the test of time. So those are my picks for 10 songs written since 2010 that will stand the test of time. What are your picks? Let me know in the comments down below. Please don't forget to check out my band's new single, Betrayal. Links to that are in the description down below. You can support me on Subscribestar. Link to that is also in the description. And you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Become the Night. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next video. Rock on.